nice to see everyone. I want to let you know that this actually is the brainchild, and a good one, of the Resident Council Executive Board. So Bernie, Linda, Bonnie, Doug, Elaine thought it might be useful to have a new resident orientation. There's so much happening when you do your tour and you sign your agreement, and there's so much information coming at you, and there's so many little idiosyncrasies still to learn, or things that we don't go over at agreement signing, that you kind of have to either learn the hard way or somebody gives you a hint. And so we wanted to try to kind of encapsulate everything into one presentation. So each of the department heads are going to tell you a little bit about what they do in their department, some helpful hints in maneuvering in their departments, and then the resident council is going to give you some helpful hints from a resident's perspective, which I think is super helpful. And then of course we'll have time for you to ask questions. I forgot to give everyone their pads, so we're going to ask that you try to hold your questions until the end so that we can get through it. We've got a lot of slides. Ernest, can I trouble you to grab some Walnut Village pads and pencils or pens so that folks, if they have questions, they can write it down? Thank you very much. Okay, so on that note, welcome to Walnut Village. Walnut Village opened in October of 2009. It was previously Walnut Manor and had been here a long time. And so you have residents like Joel and Marina who have been here almost 30 years. But Walnut Village in its current iteration opened October 2009. Built to be a village approach to living, where the village square offers residents opportunities to dine, engage in social activities, or simply relax. I think that's what makes Walnut Village special, is that we've got that true village feel, the village square with a bistro courtyard. We've got 156 private residences. Of course, we've got a fitness and aquatics center, which Brian will talk more about. The Lifelong Learning Center, which we're in. The Performing Arts Center, which is also our chapel, of course. The Village Square amenities are the Grove Dining Room, Red Chair Lounge, Mosaic's Bistro, the Nutshell Sundry Store, the Book Nook, the Post, Clay's Art Studio, and the Strand Salon, and we are on 12 acres. The owner of Walnut Village is Front Porch, a nonprofit, the largest nonprofit in California, who owns and manages these award-winning retirement living communities for today's active older adults, with a range of options from independent living to assisted living to memory care. Front Porch communities represent a leading-edge approach to wellness in aging. And the great thing about our community is that all of our units are licensed for care. So if you come in, you're independent, but you do then down the road require some care and assistance, per licensing, you don't have to move again. We can provide care right in your apartment. Front Porch is comprised of 19 now retirement communities in California and 2 adult living communities, 1 in Louisiana and 1 in Florida. Each community embraces the Front Porch Vitality Initiative, whereby staff trained in ethics and customer service continually work toward ensuring residents enjoy physical, emotional, vocational, spiritual, intellectual, and social wellness. Front Porch supports its communities through its centers of excellence, such as the Center for Technology, Innovation, and Well-Being, which develops emerging technologies into solutions for maintaining health, wellness, and independence as people age, which is very much on the forefront of this industry. No other company really does that. Front Porch is based in Glendale, California, and was founded in 1999. And again, it's a not-for-profit organization that gives back to its residents and the communities it serves. Many of you have heard about the foundation, and so Front Porch is continuously giving back to our residents. Your Walnut Village team, I'm your executive director. Pam is our director of health services. Ethan, of course, is our director of maintenance. Kim is our director of dining services. RG is our chef, busy at work. Ernest is the executive assistant. He'll be right back. Joel is our director of human resources. Judy is our director of life enrichment. Les is our chaplain. Ryan is our director of well-being. Sandy is our director of resident services. Susan is our director of sales. Maria is our Director of Housekeeping, our Housekeeping Service Supervisor, and you know Ralph in Transportation. So a lot of folks here to serve and make sure that hopefully you're getting all of your needs met, and then some. So I'm going to turn it over to Kim. She can tell you more about dining.
All right, can everyone hear me? All right. I'm going to kind of go through a typical day and talk about all of the opportunities to get food. So we start with Continental Breakfast, which is in the Red Chair Lounge, and that's from 7 to 9:30. Continental Breakfast is complimentary, and fun fact, we are the only front porch community that provides a complimentary continental breakfast, so
Yeah.
feel fortunate. That is a nice opportunity to socialize and get to meet other residents. It's in a casual setting. And it's also a good way to help you manage your points because you're able to get a filling breakfast without using any of your points. If you would like a hot breakfast, the bistro is open from 7 to 10, and you can dine indoors or outdoors and get a hot breakfast if you prefer. Then moving on to lunch, the bistro is open again for lunch from 11 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Then we have happy hour in the Red Chair Lounge. That's from 4:30 to 6. Again, that's another nice opportunity to socialize and get to meet other residents. We currently provide a hot appetizer Monday through Saturday, and put out glassware if you have your own wine or other beverages that you would like to drink along with your appetizer. It's also a nice thing to do before you move into the dining room for your dinner reservation. Then dinner in the Grove is from 5, we take reservations from 5 to 6:30. The dining room is open until 8, so that's basically if you have a 6:30 reservation, you could possibly be in the dining room until 8. Let's see. I can talk about the points for each meal. So breakfast in the bistro is 1 point, lunch in the bistro is 2, and dinner in the Grove is 3. If you have a guest for any of those meals, they are charged an additional point. So 2 for breakfast, 3 for lunch, 4 for dinner. The value of 1 point is $5. And I'm sure you all know by now you're given 90 points per month. So if you happen to go over in those points, then you would be charged on your next invoice however many points you went over. So for example, if you went over by 10 points, 10 points times $5 would be $50. Okay? If you find that you're getting towards the end of the month and you have excess points, we have a couple of ways for you to be able to use up those points or share them. We have a grab and go menu, and I brought extra copies, so you feel free to see me at the end if you'd like a copy. It's also posted in the bistro. So we have some popular items that you might like to have in your apartment, and you're able to purchase those items for 1 point. So if, like I said, if you find you're getting towards the end of your month, you have excess points, you'd like to use them up, you're free to use them up by buying grab-and-go items. You can also transfer your points to another resident who may be in need. Maybe somebody had a procedure or surgery and they have to eat in their apartment. If we deliver to your apartment, it's a point. We charge a point for delivery. So that person would be using their points at a faster rate than most people. So if you have excess and you'd like to transfer your points to that person, you're welcome to do that. Just let a server know in the bistro or let them know in the Grove, and Carmen and Maria will be happy to transfer those points for you. Let's see. special events. So we have special events throughout the month. For instance, tonight we have a special French meal. The dining room's decorated real cute with little Eiffel Towers on each table. So you can enjoy events like that. We certainly celebrate holidays with holiday buffets. You might have enjoyed our watermelon event on Friday. So we do all kinds of special events such as that. And I think last but not least, I wanted to let everybody know that I am a registered dietitian. So if your doctor has asked you to be on a diet and you want help applying that diet to how you're eating here, I'm more than happy to sit down and go through that diet with you and help you apply it to here. If you're just interested in maybe losing a few pounds, I'm happy to meet with you about that. So just an extra benefit that you can take advantage of if you like.
Thank you, Kim. Now we'll have Ethan go over his department.
Hello guys, everybody can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hi, my name's Ethan Vivas. I'm the Director of Operations and Maintenance here. I'm gonna go over some of the things that we take care of here and some of the ways that you could get service if you need it. The first thing is our work order process. So what we like to do is have any service requests brought to the front desk. You can call them in, you can come by to the front desk, you can email them as well if you'd like, but if you can turn them into the front desk, that is the quickest, most reliable way to get them processed, and they're also at that point tracked as well, so we can keep track of when they came in and when they're going to be scheduled. So please, if you have any work orders, you're more than welcome to stop me in the hallway, but I prefer that they go through the work order system just so we can keep track of everything. As far as maintenance service availability, we are always on call and available for emergencies after hours. So that can always be called into the front desk if you have something going on and you need service right away. Feel free to call the front desk. Our regular service hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. And on the weekends, it's 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. As far as what we cover here in maintenance, is pretty much everything. All of your plumbing, your electrical, fire alarms, your appliances, if you have any issues with them not working or lights being out or anything like that, and any of the furnished lighting that's in your apartment, we handle as well. Also, and the HVAC, we manage that as well. And those are done on a regular maintenance also. But if you ever have any issues with heating or cooling, please call it in right away and let us know. We'll take care of it for you. We do have additional maintenance services offered that we do charge for. It's $18 per half an hour per technician. Services covered could be hanging pictures. If you get some furniture pieces in that you want assembled, we can come up and do that as well. If you want to relocate some furniture in your apartment, we won't be able to do a whole apartment move, but we do a few pieces here and there. So if you can just keep that in mind. We do TV mounting, we can put up speakers, electronics, grab bars for your toilet areas and whatnot. So those are some of the extra services that we offer. If you required anything above and beyond those services, you're more than welcome to ask us, and we can provide a vendor that can come in and provide those services. we can help coordinate proposals and get things scheduled for you if that's what you need. Fire and evacuation procedures. There is a laminated two-sided card in your apartment to refer to.
You should have all received this.
And so basically, if you hear an alarm, please stay in your apartment. The fire panel will always tells the staff where our fire alarm is or smoke is, and we will be up to your apartment immediately to find out what could be going on, maybe a false alarm, or you maybe burn a piece of toast or popcorn or something like that. But we will come up and check on you, and the front desk will be calling up to you to make sure you're okay. If needed, you will be instructed to leave your apartment only if the fire department deems it necessary. So we depend on the fire department to give us that approval to do evacuations. If there is a fire in your apartment, the sprinklers will go off in the location of the fire only. It's not like the movies where there's a fire and everything goes off at once. It's localized so that it's only covering the immediate area and not damaging everything else in your apartment. And if you can keep it in the back of your head where the nearest stair location is located to you for emergency evacuation, that is one of the best things to do in an emergency, is know your surroundings and where you need to go in an emergency. Also, if anybody would like to participate in our evacuation drill on 8/24, we would definitely appreciate your participation. So you can come up to the front desk or the front office and sign up for that. Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Ethan. Now, if Pam will talk about the care department.
I'll take off my mask. Let's see. Okay, Truly Yours, which is also your health assessment that we did when you first got here. Some people forget that we did these because again, you're overwhelmed with so much paperwork. But this is something that we do upon admission, change of condition, or annually. This is also a tool that helps us once after you're living here for a little bit, if you need any assistance in your apartment with any ADL care, activities of daily living, bathing, dressing. If you've had a surgery and you need maybe a couple of weeks of care in your apartment, we redo the assessment. And based on, there's a number of values on here, and I do try to explain that every year when I go over these with you. The number of values will give us the amount of money. And so we'll kind of explain that to you as we do these assessments for you, should you need a Truly Yours. On the COVID protocols, we go over COVID protocols all the time. And we're really asking, Debbie and I were looking this morning, the numbers in Orange County are high. We are now again in the orange category where we are supposed to, if we go to the market, we go out, we go inside somewhere, please keep your mask on. They're not making it mandatory yet, but I have a feeling it might be coming, so it's just a good idea to get into that habit. I've noticed we have had visitors on site and they are not wearing masks. I asked a couple of people today that were visiting, family members obviously, they were not masking. They have to keep the mask on. We would really want to keep you all safe. I've been asked about an antiviral combination, Paxlovid, and they were saying that pharmacies would be, the pharmacists at like Rite Aid or Walgreens, they're able to give you that prescription. Rite Aid, I called my friend John who does our flu clinic every year. They're not doing it at Rite Aid. It does require you to bring a lot of your own medical information in order for them to give you that medication. It is a 5-day treatment, but what I'm hearing, the conditions for pharmacists to prescribe, they have to review your certain information, your medical history, that must be less than a year old, all of your medications, if you're not getting them at that particular pharmacy. And they might want you actually to go back to your doctor to see if that medication is something that you should take. It's not something, somebody that has any type of kidney issues or taking any medications for kidneys should take. They might give you a lower dose, which might, the efficacy might not be there for you. So that's a little bit about that drug, and from what I'm hearing, in California, the pharmacies, our local pharmacies, they're not really wanting to do that at this point for that reason, even though the pharmacists are doctors of pharmacy.
But, PCP will.
Yes, your doctor could prescribe it and then they can give it to you, but what the questions that I'm getting now are, you're hearing that pharmacists can now prescribe. They can, but they have to go through a lot of hoops to do it. So, and you're gonna have to bring all of your medical history to that pharmacy. Third-party vendors. We do have a lot of third-party vendors here that come on site to help us with nursing. One of them is Lab. Trident Lab comes here. Since COVID started, we would have maybe 4 or 5 labs a month. Now it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 a week since COVID started. We do a lot of labs here. We can do urine samples, you know, the blood samples, stool samples. Just with the doctor's order, I ask that you just give us the order. We do not do Kaiser. I will have a stipulation that there is no Kaiser. You would get your order from your doctor and take it to the front desk and they'll put it in my box. So then I can just call the lab with that order and then I'll let you know when the lab will come. As far as a urinalysis, I can give you the hat for collection and we would come up to your room and collect it. We also have Dice Med. We have Anthony, who is a physician's assistant that comes here a couple times a week and he does see residents here in Summer House and in the village. And it's just easier for some people to have the physician's assistant come in than to be going out to the doctors. So that's one provider we have. He does not see Kaiser. We do have Dr. Lords, who comes here every 60 days for podiatry, and they take most insurances. Again, Kaiser is the exception. We have a mobile dentist that comes a lot in Summer House because we don't send people in Summer House out too much. We do have a mobile dentist that does come in. We do have a provider. Adrian provides all of our DME. If you need a wheelchair, a walker, a bedside commode, a shower chair, he's very reasonable and he usually delivers within a day. We have physical therapy. We've been working with Rehab Alliance and there's quite a few people that are getting their physical therapy here on site. And once they're finished with their 6 weeks or 8 weeks, however it is, then they work with Ryan. It kind of goes hand in hand. And a lot of them work in the gym, so Ryan is already aware of what the exercises that are required for that therapy. Medication destruction services. We do a lot of medication destruction. We have a company, Efficient X-Ray, no, that's a weird name of the company, but that is the name of the company. They come in every 90 days and they give us these big buckets and they're for the incinerator. So all you have to do is bring me your medications, but please, I've been getting so many lately, please take your name, get a Sharpie, take your name off the bottle. That really helps me a lot because otherwise I have to sit there and go every single bottle that we're getting, and we've been getting a lot. So, and they come again every 3 months and there's no charge to you. Just get your medications, put them in a bag, either take them to the front desk or you can take them to the clinic on clinic hours. We also do long-term care insurance assist. I've been doing long-term care insurance here for 10 years. There's all kinds of different insurances out there, and I've done pretty much all of them. There is a fee for that. I believe it's $125 to open the account. It takes about 90 days for the account to start, and it's when you start needing assistance with daily living. A lot of people have that insurance. You can start it after you've had a surgery, because once you've done that 90 days, even if you stop, you won't have to get that 90 day again. So a lot of you have really good insurance, so I would suggest using it. If you want to talk to me about your insurance, you know, just to go kind of go over it, I do that as well. Just give me a call. We also do hospice services here, and they're a great help to us. We work hand in hand with several different hospice organizations, and we do have people in the building on hospice. You don't have to leave your apartment. You don't have to leave here to go do hospice somewhere else. This is an all-inclusive building, and we do the best we can here with hospice. We have some really good people that we work with. And again, if you wanted to ask me any questions about that, I'd be happy to answer your questions. I think that's all I
That was quite a bit.
Oh, and the pendants, what did you want me to talk about the pendant? We'll explain that when they come in. Again, if you are wearing your pendant, I appreciate people that are wearing their pendants, and I will say this, especially to the newer people, there have been some incidents in the rooms where no one is wearing a pendant and they've been on the floor for a number of hours. Please wear your pendant. If you fall in the kitchen and it's in the bedroom, it's not gonna help you, okay? You press the pendant. I don't have a pager with me, but it goes to a pager which all the nursing staff carries, and we know where you're at. If you're by the bistro, it'll say you're by the bistro. It'll give you a room number, but it'll say where you're at. You're in your apartment, it'll tell us you're in your apartment. It also comes up on an email that I receive on my phone and on my desktop, as well as the nurses.
Thank you. Awesome. Susan, sales and marketing.
Okay, on mine, basically, once again.
Take a mask off.
Some people do. Okay. The resident referral program I've talked about before. I just want to remind you, I know someone in this room has referred actually a couple of people to me. And hopefully they'll move in. And after, if the individuals do move in, after 90 days of them living here, you will receive a $5,000 credit towards your rent. So I encourage you to come and see me if you have anybody to make sure that they're not in our database already. But if they aren't, I'm welcoming any new referrals that people have. The other thing that Debbie had asked me to talk about is when it comes time when you're no longer here at the community is the refund process. For those of you that might have done either the entrance fee option, and even sometimes with the month-to-month, but month-to-month would be handled more through the business office. But anybody with an entrance fee, that is handled through sales and marketing. And I encourage, if you have not signed your refund addendum, to please do so and let us know who your assignee is at the time when you're no longer here. Other items that when I'm starting to do the process for you, it does require that I have a copy of your trust, your will that we send up to our in-house counsel at Front Porch, as well as if you have not given those documents to the marketing department, please do so along with your advance directives and your power of attorney for healthcare. Okay? I think that's it for me.
Okay. Let's get him seated safely. Yes. And you all know Judy? Judy.
I am the director of fun. That is what I try to make sure everybody has at the village. Before I even begin, I am so excited. I would like to introduce Haley, who's in the back of the room. She is now part of my team. And she has seen what we all really like, because today has been an extremely busy day, and she's pitched right in, so I think this is wonderful. Everything that we do here is resident-centered. I try to, and Haley is now going to help me, put together a calendar that is enriching, that will help improve your quality of life or keep your quality of life at a high level. But the only way I can do that is if you tell me what you want me to have, the plan to do for you, and if you come and do it. It's like the old adage, I can give you the water, but I can't make you drink it, So please, if we've planned something, especially if it's something that you have requested, come and join us. We do a lot of fun things. I do have an activity book that I put together every month that is in the post, and you're just going to sign your name to it. That way I know who is going to come and who wants to be involved. And I will give you a call in the morning, or one of us will give you a call in the morning to verify that you will be with us. We are doing weekly entertainment. I've been bringing a lot of entertainment in our courtyard. Good entertainment in our courtyard. And you know what's nice about it? Is you don't have to go anywhere. All you have to do is come down to the courtyard, be entertained, and then you can go and have dinner and go back again. We don't have to take the bus anywhere. We don't have to park. We don't have to do anything but just come down and enjoy. But there again, please come and enjoy it. We do bingo. We do bingo twice a week. When COVID first started, I decided that we were going to do blackout bingo and a packet. Now that COVID is kind of waning away and I'm trying to stop it, I'm being told no. So we will continue doing the daily bingo, and I know if I'm late, if I don't have the bingo cards out by 8 o'clock in the morning, my phone fills up and says, "You forgot me today." So we're going to continue doing that. We do shopping adventures. Today we went to Target. We do not leave anybody there. If someone, today we couldn't find anybody, the bus came back, and then they came back and got me. So, you know, we're good at that. You know, if you come with us, you go with us. And you know, I try not to bring anybody extra back with us. So we're good. Holiday and special day events. We're always doing something different. I even make up events and make up holidays. We just put up, I'm sure you never even heard of the Gorgeous Grandma Day. Well, we just celebrated the Gorgeous Grandma Day. If there's something that's fun that I think you will enjoy, I'm willing to put it together. For the 10 years that I have been here, we have done 17 trips. We have gone to most of the national parks on this part of the country. We've actually flown to Branson. We've taken 7 cruises. We've gone to Catalina, which was a simple, easy, fun trip. But we've been to Alaska twice. We've been up on the coast a couple of times, or 3 times. I'm always trying to plan something, and it's so much more fun to go with a group than it is to go by yourself. We even went to the Albuquerque, New Mexico Balloon Festival, which was quite a trip, and everybody totally enjoyed it. But the one thing I ask, since I consider myself, and now Haley's going to help, to be the director of fun, in order to do that, you have to do 2 things. One, you have to sign up. The other one, you have to come to the activities and tell me what you would like to do. And if possible, I'll make it happen. Thanks.
Thank you, Judy. Next up is Ryan.
Hi everyone, I know most of you, and most of you actually are regularly using the gym and pool area, so that's wonderful. So just some quick reminders. The gym and pool area are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. They're never locked. We do recommend, if you're going to use the pool, to either go when we're down there during kind of regular business hours, or go with a buddy, or worst case scenario, if you are going to go to the pool by yourself, make sure to wear your pendant. Yes, you can wear them in the pool. There's also 2 cameras in the pool area, so another option is you could call the front desk and let them know, hey, I'm going to go to the pool, could you just keep an eye on me as well? They can kind of keep in the corner of eye, they can see, be the eye in the sky, so to speak. So that's something to think about. We also offer multiple different exercise classes, you know, aerobics, stretching, yoga, Zumba, water aerobics, balance classes. And if there's anything you think we're missing, let us know. Previously, we had a high-intensity boot camp class. We had a boxing class. We've had Tai Chi previously. If you think we're missing something, let us know, and we'll see what we can dial in for, you know. If we could be missing something. If there's something you want to see, let us know. We also do individual exercise programs for everyone. You know, Michelle or myself will cater an exercise program designed for you and your specific needs, or what you kind of want to work on. That includes balance as well. If any of the balance class schedule times don't work out so great for you, we can do a one-on-one balance thing, and you can get a lot done in a short amount of time. So that's also something to think about. And you know, we do a few outings, not as many as Judy, but we try to do you know, at least a once a month walk off campus at different parks or hikes or local trails. If there's any golfers, we can see if we can go to a driving range if that's something anyone's interested in. Like I said, if you got any suggestions, we're all ears. And the overall goal of the Wellbeing Center is to do that, exactly that. Keep you moving as long as possible. We want you to keep moving and thriving for a very long time.
Awesome, thank you, Ryan. And next is Sandy, just back from vacation. Dive right in.
Hi everyone, I know I've met all of you. I usually start with the orientation, so within the first week, when you've moved in, I usually give you a couple days to the move-in process. But I always come by and say hi during that first day, and within the first week, I meet with you, as you will all know. And go over some things. I know you're not gonna remember everything that we went over, and that's why we're doing this. I'm also, I guess you could say you're a geek squad. Any technology, computers, iPads, phones, anything like that. If you have any questions, problems, need instruction, let me know. If you're interested in doing any volunteer work, we have some volunteer opportunities here. Let me know that also. I run our Nutshell gift shop, so we are always looking for people that want to work in the Nutshell. That's only a couple hours a day, so if that's something you're interested in, we can talk about that. And if you have any suggestions for the Strand, which is our beauty salon, let me know. And also, I work with the individuals that work there. So if there's any questions, comments, suggestions, let me know on that. Let's see. I'll write down some notes. Also, on occasion, when transportation needs an extra person, I do help out there, so I do drive occasionally. And recycling, I also, if you've seen in the post, we have a container for your used batteries and your used ink from your printers. So once those are no longer working or run out, put them down in the post, and when that fills up, I recycle those. And about twice a year, we also do an e-waste recycling, so any old technology, computers, TVs, etc. We will hold an event and have someone come pick all of that up. And I will put together the time and day and let you know when that is. Usually it's when I've gotten a few, about 6 requests from people is when I start looking into when to hold that. Because they need at least 10 items to pick up. And other than that, I'm also, if you need anything or have questions about anything, you can contact me, and either I can help you with it or find someone that can. So I am your resident needs person. Thank you.
Did you talk about how to request transportation?
Okay. Also, for transportation, I know, especially when I meet with people and they say I drive, you can still use transportation. If you have a doctor appointment and maybe you're not supposed to drive, you know, after you have that appointment, or parking is a hassle, that's something that you can use our transportation for. And what you would do is you would either pick up a form from the reception desk or in our post. We have forms. And it's pretty self-explanatory. If you need help filling it out, you can always fill it out at the front desk and they can help you with that. You're basically gonna fill in where you're going, the address, phone number, time and date. And usually as soon as you find out when your appointment is, if you could fill out the form, the better, so that transportation has at least a few days up to a week to figure out their schedule. But a lot of times last minute, they can squeeze you in if it's an emergency. So you would just call transportation if that was the case, and we could squeeze you in. But the form, you just fill it out and they will fit in the schedule and they will call you back the day before to remind you and tell you that it's at whatever time it is, that they'll pick you up. What was that?
Where do you drop the forms off?
You can drop it off in the post office. There is a form drop-off right by the door that goes towards the hallway. There's also a drop-off by the transportation desk or to the front desk. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. I actually had promised resident council we would only take up 20 minutes, so obviously we're pretty long-winded. So I'm gonna ask everyone to kind of go a little faster without losing everyone. So in the meantime, please welcome Les.
I had thought that was 20 minutes apiece. And I thought we were doing just fine in that regard. My name is Les. I am the chaplain and the director of spiritual services here. And my work is threefold, as I've delineated it: spiritual, religious, and emotional. The spiritual has to do with the connection with an understanding of the transcendent, or God, and the acknowledgement and awareness of the inner life, or the spiritual part of humankind. So it's the transcendent and the inner life and the connection of the two. And I like to work with you on those things, and to give direction to that, recommendations, or just to talk and listen about areas of that nature. With regard to the religious is an expression of a person's spirituality. One of the ways we practice that here on this campus is with church attendance. We have a church on premises, and we meet every Sunday at 10:30. It's open to everybody, and you're welcome to be a part of that and to participate. Also, we have regular Bible studies, participation in the sacraments, celebration of major religious holidays. We try and celebrate holidays as per our population. So we have Jewish, Christian holidays that we celebrate on a regular basis. And we also provide transportation, which has already been talked about. If you need transportation to church on a weekend, we'll provide that for you as well. And then finally, with regard to the emotional, we offer personal and confidential counseling as needed and desired. We have bereavement counseling, end-of-life counseling, we have bereavement groups, and we have also the opportunity, and many of you have taken advantage of this, just to meet with me and talk about things that are going on in your own life. And we offer that as well.
Awesome, thank you. And next up is Maria.
Hello.
You turned it off.
Hello. Hi, my name is Maria. I'm the housekeeping supervisor. I'm in charge to provide light cleaning for each resident here, and it's according the size, the time, and the size of the apartment. We clean the apartments. It's Monday to Friday, 8 to 4 p.m. And we vacuum, sweep, dusting, mopping, clean kitchen, and all the light cleaning that we do in the apartments. Sorry, why I had to go.
You don't have to go that fast.
Okay, and also we offer additional housekeeping, and it's a special additional housekeeping. It's 12 hours for half hour per person, and daily bed making is $110 per month. Personal laundry, including pickup clothes, detergent, washing, drying, folding, and delivery. And it's also $12 per load. And also we offer every year additional carpet cleaning, and it's $28 per hour, and this is by requesting. And also we offer deep cleaning every year, again, by request. The only thing you have to do is call the front desk, and I make a schedule. I schedule it for you guys by my calendar. So
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. speaker on our side, and then we'll go to our resident council. Sorry.
Here it comes. All right, so I'm Ernest Diaz. I'm the executive assistant here at Walnut Village. I pretty much provide assistance to pretty much all of our directors, but specifically for Debbie, the executive director. I pretty much do a lot of helping the welcome desk. So for example, there is reserving guest accommodations, arranging for dry cleaning and pickup and drop off, package delivery and pickup, checking cashing up to $50. I also help you guys troubleshoot your key fobs and your car sensors. So if you guys have any problems with that, please give me a call, and we'll troubleshoot that for you guys also. I also manage the calendar for common area room reservations, for example, the LLC, El Capitan, the common area rooms, the vault. So if you guys have anything going on for those rooms, just give me a call and I'll help you out with that. I can also provide services or find a notary service for you guys. If you guys give me a call early in the morning around 8:30, I may possibly have someone for you guys by maybe 1 o'clock. Resident phone directory, I can also provide you guys with an updated copy of the resident phone directory. Just let me know and I can give you that copy. The voter registration, absentee ballots, I can also help you guys out with delivering those. Also storage, I am in charge of the cages downstairs in the basement, so if you guys need a storage or a storage key, I can help you with that as well. I help up with the setup for the town hall meetings on the third Friday of the month at 10 a.m. So the presentations, I do assist with setting that up for Debbie and all the directors. And I also answer general questions, so I can assist you with anything that you might need. And now, how exactly do you get a hold of me? Well, I can give you my phone number, and if you have a notepad and pen to write this down, so I can be reached at 714-505-1304, and that's 714-505-507. I'm thinking about my other role. 507-1304. And also via email at edias@frontporch.net.
Okay. Thank you, Ernest, and thank you, team, for upping the clip there at the end. Want to turn it over now to your resident council executive board, and they have some great helpful hints and just information, general information from a resident's perspective about the community. So, Bernie.
Thank you, Debbie. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay, the resident council is your council. Every resident is a member of the council. You became a member when you first walked in the door. Okay. The council is independent of Walnut Village. The state of California recognizes the councils and has certain rules and regulations that we have to follow. And so if you have a facility, if two members in that facility, two residents in that facility decide they want to have a council, they tell the executive director that we want to have a council. At that point, the facility is responsible for two things. They have to give us a place where to meet, and they have to give us a place where to hang notices. That's all. That's all you have to do. We're very, very lucky that at Walnut Village, at least, we cooperate with Debbie right away. The council is advisory in nature. We do not set policies. We can ask, we can plead, we can suggest, we can get down on our hands and knees. That's it. We meet monthly in the back, first Monday of the month. Come, that's where you really find out what's going on.
That's you, okay.
Okay. The council has an executive board, and the function of the executive board is to supervise the day-to-day activities of the council. Okay. We are elected these 5 members are the only people that are elected. Everybody else here is volunteers. We get elected for 2 years a term, and we could run again for another 2 years. The board members are Linda Brandt, our vice president, Marty Violet, our treasurer, Doug Boston, you're the secretary. Doug Boston, our treasurer, and the most important man, and Elaine Quick, our member at large. Okay, Walnut Village has always been resident-driven with a varieties of committees to contribute greatly to the quality of life here at Walnut Village. So we're always asking that please consider joining a committee. Please join. Please consider helping us run the council. Okay, here are the committees. I don't know, can you see from the back? No. Okay. We have 8 committees. They're listed here. The Music Committee, and Judy Phillips is the chair. Earthquake Preparedness, Judy Phillips is the chair. Scholarship with Virginia Pickering. Musical Theater with Gary Spradley. Dining and Food Services with Mary Yadel. Safety and Grounds with Merlin Evans. Hospitality with Alan Boston. And Library with Michelle Foyt. The chairs are appointed by me in conjunction with the rest of the council. Each chair is responsible for staffing their own committee. So you'll probably be contacted by a chair to see if you'd like to volunteer for their committee. It's important to come to the monthly meetings because that's the place where each chair committee reports on their activities for the month. So if you want to find out what all these committees are doing, come to the council meeting. There's another committee, which is not part of the council, which is the Philanthropy Committee. And that's a committee that's brand new, has been mandated by our CEO, and he wants every facility in Front Porch to have this committee. And the objective of the committee is to oversee and engage in fundraising activity for the benefit of the community, its residents, and staff. The committee is made up of residents, staff, and outside of the community. The members are Debbie Greenfield, Ed Rudd, Kristen Foley-Smith, Gloria Schlepper, Matt Rewish, and myself. Debbie has to be on the committee. Debbie selects the members, and they have to be approved by the Foundation Board of Directors. The committee is just getting started, so we're still evolving how we're going to operate. Finances. How do we pay for all of this? The council is self-sufficient. We, the council, does not do any fundraising, and we do not get money from Walnut Village except in certain circumstances. The Music Committee, the Scholarship Committee, and the Musical Theater Committee raise funds on their own, and they raise funds to support their activities. For example, the Music Committee pays for the pianist, they pay for the chorale director. The Musical Theater Committee, they pay for outside sound men, they pay for outside entertainers when they need. The Scholarship Committee raises funds for our scholarship program.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. The Scholarship Committee raises funds for the benefit of the staff. Go ahead and have a seat, my friend. The staff who work here, it's well funded. You guys are always really generous. And we changed the requirements because we want people to apply and to get scholarship funds. And so it used to be, somebody would have to be here, I think, 16 months or something, quite a long time. We've changed it, so we just need them to get through their probationary period of 90 days, plus another 30 days, just for good measure. So at 4 months, any of our staff are eligible to apply to the scholarship committee. And that can be for a CNA recertification, it could be for a college class. Basically, we want to see our staff better themselves, and you guys are giving them an amazing opportunity to do that. So thanks to your generosity, we're just constantly trying to find staff members who want to take classes. And so it's been a little challenging in the summer. We're hoping as we get closer to fall, thank you, we'll get more applications. You feel better? Okay.
I wanted to say one thing. Doug Boston, the treasurer, is the only person that's authorized to collect funds. So if somebody walks up to you and says, give me a check for the scholarship committee, don't.
Don't fall for it. It's a
Don't
scam.
fall for it. Find out the name and tell Doug or me right away that that's happening. Okay, donations are tax exempt under certain conditions, okay? Okay, when you give a donation, you make out a check. We don't take credit cards, and we prefer not to take cash. So when you make out the check, you make out the check to the foundation. You do not make it out to Walnut Village.
Front Porch Communities Foundation.
Front Porch Communities Foundation. And in the memo portion of the check, you write in what that donation is intended for. So if you have made donations to the Philanthropy Committee, you would put the Philanthropy Committee in the memo section, okay? That money then is passed on to the foundation and is kept there by the foundation until we need the money. The foundation will issue a receipt to you, and that receipt is sufficient to, for tax purposes, okay? If you don't put something in the memo, then we don't know where you want that money to go, and the money will go into the general fund. There's a chart which you can't read, but what's intended to do, it's intended to control when the committees are going to ask for money. We didn't want all the committees to solicit you all the time, all at the same time, so that you're inundated with a bunch of requests. So we've established a schedule for the committees to solicit you. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't give money anytime you want to give them money. But what happens is that the committee will issue a letter requesting funds. Okay, this is for the scholarship committee, and you should all have gotten one. Okay, that's about all the official stuff I wanted to say. What we want to do now is just have a discussion and exchange tips. And so I'm going to ask the committee members here to jump right in. The first thing is on dining room, dress code. The only dress code here is for gentlemen to wear long pants. That's it. If you have a guest that comes and forgets to bring a set of long pants, they will be seated in the dining room, and they will be seated probably in the mirror room, which is the dining room a little bit off-site. Okay? No tipping, no tipping. No tipping is allowed here, and I think that Walnut Village is serious about that. I know of at least one case where a server was fired because he accepted a lunch invitation from a resident. So they're serious about it. Because of that, we have another fund, which is called the Employee Appreciation Fund, which is we try to make up for the fact that that the servers or any of the staff is getting a tip. We collect the money at the end of the year and we distribute it to the staff. Last year, Doug, we distributed $81,000 to 116 recipients. Okay. You'll hear more about that in EAF as we go through the year.
Okay.
It says here half portions not always available on the menu.
Not on the always available menu.
We spoke with the chef about that yesterday because somebody said to the chef, gee, the portions are too big. And of course, he's been also told the portions aren't big enough. So the advice is, if you want a smaller portion, tell the server that you want a smaller portion. That's on the daily menu. The everyday menu is a little difficult to do that, but they'll do whatever they can to help you. Happy hour, every day, 4 o'clock, we get together in the red chair.
4:30.
Well, I get there at 4. And it's just a way of socializing for a few minutes before you go into the dinner. They serve a nice set of hors d'oeuvres. You can have wine, beer. There are lockers here where you can keep your own wine supply if you'd like to. The recommendation is you lock your locker because people have been known to get into your locker and borrow some of your wine. Another service that they offer is that a lot of residents use box wine. You can buy your box wine through the kitchen and they will deliver it to you and you can put it in your box. It costs $50 a box, which is about what Ralph charges for it. Let's see, what else? The bulletin board is in the post. We post any information that you need. I think Sandy's talked about the batteries. In the post, you also find the director of the new residence. And when somebody moves in, we don't update the official telephone book right away, but there's a book in the post that lists all the new telephone numbers of the new residents. There's a shredder there if you need to shred something. You all know about the mail. The mailbox, by the way, is a post office. It's a government post office box. And they're owned by the post office, and we don't have anything to do about how they work that. There's a Dropbox there for the monthly payments. Sandy's talked about transportation requests and the activity sign-up book. I think we talked about that plenty of time. Okay, if you want more information, just ask. Ask. The residents here know more about it than I do. They can tell you where to go. By the way, how many of you did not get a green book? Green book. Did all of you get a green book? Elsie?
Tells all the vendors and services and
The
stuff.
green book, did you get one? Did you get one? The green book? Okay. The green book is something that was put together about 10 years ago by residents, and it contains, for example, a map of the area. It contains a map of the facility where you can tell where everybody is and how to get there. It contains many pages of the local businesses. So if you're looking for a repair shop, if some are listed there. The banks are all listed there, the hospitals are all listed there. We do not list doctors or dentists because that's just too many to do. So if you have questions, just ask any one of us. Ask.
One of the things listed up there is to ask your servers. Not only do they taste everything so they can let you know if it's spicy or not, or what the sauces are like, but there are also items in the kitchen that are not on the menu. You can get buttermilk. You can get lactose-free ice cream. On the salad bar items, they don't list avocado, but you can get it on your salad. So if there's something that you want or you're interested in, ask your server if it's available, because they can't list everything on those menus.
Yeah, but please don't ask for buttermilk when I'm sitting there.
I'm going to next time.
Anything that you guys wanna add?
While I'm looking, there was a brief discussion about the committees. Last year, we had a committee fair where everyone came out. We had over 100 residents come out to learn about the various committees. We're going to have that again this year, but we're adding a carnival with booths to it. So save November 2nd. Be sure to put that on your calendar. It's gonna be a fun day, and more to come.
Doug, wanna say something?
If they have a question, I don't have anything.
Okay.
You've said everything we need.
Elaine?
I'm good.
Okay, that's it. Any questions?
No questions? Wait,
I have a question about recycling.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and let Ethan take that then, but go ahead.
Well, I'm just concerned about recycling, especially food waste.
It's not turned on.
It's
Speak
not
in,
close enough.
speak.
So this is kind of a two-part answer, I think. So City of Anaheim, from what I'm told, recycles our stuff, right? Is
That's
what you guys are aware of. As far as the commercial kitchen, they have to compost. It's a regulation, or it's City of Anaheim or Orange County regulation. So we compost food waste. Obviously, we don't do it for individual apartments. But so as far as recycling, City of Anaheim says that they do it for us, and we do compost the food waste.
Well, how do you suggest getting rid of food waste?
In your own individual apartment?
Right.
I don't know. I don't think, we have the systems to transport your food waste, separate it, put it into composting. So hopefully we don't have a lot of food waste. But you throw away anything else that you're not going to eat in your daily trash, and we'll pick it up for you. Yeah.
Debbie, you don't wanna save it on the apartment because we don't want.
Yeah, and don't save it in your apartment, obviously, because that'll create pests, etc.
Betty Dauber collects recyclable water bottles and Coke bottles. Her daughter goes to a special school and they collect that. So if you, they used to collect newspapers, I'm not sure that they do anymore yet. So if you have, you can do that, I do that, I just save my water bottles and stuff like that and take it down to where I'm just give it to them. The CEO, John Woodward, is very, very interested in recycling because all the communities are interested in recycling. And some communities, where they have enough room, actually do composting and things like that. He's probably gonna come out before the end of the year with some requirements, I think, on what he wants every community to do.
Any other questions?
What was that about 11-2?
Oh, so we're having a community carnival. It'll be here, it'll start here, and then go into the bistro courtyard. There'll be some fun games. But it's basically every committee's opportunity to kind of try to recruit you to be on their committees and to be part of the culture of, setting the culture of this community.
Let you know what the committee's
So
doing.
that's what we really love, is for all of you to participate and bring your different, I don't know, your different life experiences and preferences, so that we're making sure that you're all experiencing the best quality of life.
And it's to let them know what each committee does.
And it's to let you all know what each committee does. So you'll learn a little bit about the committee. Hopefully that might spark some interest in you. But at the end of the day, we'll all go out and get rewarded and play carnival games and win some prizes and have some fun. So that should be fun.
Also, I forgot to mention that the council is governed by two documents. One is help me, the bylaws, and the other document is the policies and procedures. The bylaws for those of you who got green books, they're in the green books. It's a 4-page document, and it just generally tells you what the council will do. The policies and procedures are very detailed, and if you're really interested in what a committee does, read the bylaws, because in there, the mission of each committee is described, what they do, how they do it, and so if you want to find out about that. Also, Linda has done something else, a great project.
Last year, we established a procedure book for each office and each committee. And in that book is not only a description of the committees, but it is also a description of what you would be expected to do should you choose to volunteer for that committee. So if you have any questions, you can, I have copies of all of that. What you will have in those books is just a description of the committee. But if you come on November 2nd, you will meet each committee chairman. They will show you this list of things that you would be expected to do if you volunteer for that committee, and you'll get all the information you need. If you're anxious to learn more and sooner, you're welcome to contact me, and I can go over the committees with you and see if you want to do something now. I'm happy to do that, and I'm in the phone book.
Also, if you have an idea for a committee, let me know, let us know, we'll see what we can do.
Bernie, one more on the recycle. I've got a trash can full of cans. Now, does housekeeping take that and recycle it?
Are they aluminum?
No, give it to Betty
Get
Dauber.
them to Betty.
Yeah, aluminum cans.
Yeah, let me,
Soda cans.
let me get back to you about that. I know she recycles bottles, plastic bottles, but I don't know whether she takes cans or
She
not.
does aluminum cans.
Yeah, your soda cans.
Okay, I'll get back to you, I'll let you know her apartment number, the telephone number.
Any other questions? Okay, Jeff.
What kind of chemical spray every 3 months in the garden?
Well, all we have is Ecolab, unless he's using something different. What do you seeing him spray?
Because the smell, so strong. Every 3 months they spray and
So, all we have is Ecolab, right, spraying on the exterior for pests. And all of their products, and the reason we use Ecolab in this setting is because they're all non-toxic products, biodegradable.
Yeah.
So that's probably what you're smelling. It hopefully doesn't last too long, the smell, but it is non-toxic. That's the good news.
Every 3 months somebody come and spray the garden and the smell so strong. What kind of chemical?
They're
not chemicals.
They're not chemicals,
It's
right?
not toxic. You can't
We do have our landscape company that will go ahead and spray some of the plants and whatnot for bugs and stuff like that. But it shouldn't be a very long smelling issue. If
you are experiencing that, then I can definitely talk with you and figure out what's going on.
Anyone else? Does everyone know each other? Have you all met the new folks? We have, Joan is new and Joyce is sort of new, but knows a lot of people already. And of course, there's Joan and Alan, and everyone else has been here a little bit of time.
Jean Boyle.
Jean Boyle, hello, Jean Boyle. Thank you.
Elsie.
Elsie. Oh. Judy's been here, Mary's been here, Kathy's pretty new also.
Phil.
Dawn and Colleen have been here a while. Joe, I don't know when you moved in, but it's nice to see you. And of course, Jean's been here a while, I think.
A year now.
A year, only a year. So it's nice to see all of you. Thank you for coming. Again, you guys are the people who set the culture of the community. And so far, the culture of this community has been amazing, friendly, welcoming, engaged, and we want to hopefully try to keep it that way. And don't ever feel like you're imposing on any of us. Our doors are always open. We're here to answer your questions and to serve you. We work where you live, not the other way around. So whatever you need, let us know. Okay, thank you.